Dear students, today we are going to learn about the lesson matter. What is matter? Matter can be defined as anything which occupies space or volume and mass and can be perceived by our senses. In the universe, all manifestations, phenomena, and evolution of life are caused by matter and energy. The various objects which exhibits around us are made of some kind of matter. For example, see, this is a glass tumbler. Can be seen, isn't it? And this is agarbatti. Burning can be recognized by its smell. Whereas wind blowing can be felt. So, all kinds of matter possess mass and occupy space. Of course, some are heavy and others are light. Here, tumbler and agarbatti are somewhat, it contains mass. But the wind, it contains volume. Thus, matter can be defined as anything which occupies space or volume and mass and can be perceived by our senses. This matter can be exists in solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Example for solid state is wood, stone, sand, iron, etc. And liquid states water, milk, fruit juice, etc. And gaseous state oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas and steam. So these are the existence of matter. Then how the matter is composed? Matter in any physical state is composed of smaller particles such as atom, molecules or ions. Now we are going to see about atom. How the matter is composed in atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which exhibits all the properties of that element. You know very well, you have studied in lower classes that what is an atom. Look at this. This is the structure of an atom. Here, an atom contains positively charged proton. It is located in nucleus, and negatively charged electron that is revolving around the nucleus, and neutron. It doesn't have charge. It is neutral. The neutron is also located with the proton in the nucleus. So this is the structure of an atom you have studied in lower classes. And next we are going to learn about molecules. What is molecule? Atoms of the same element or different elements combine to form a molecule. How? For example, same element. Example is Cl2, H2, I2, F2, etc. This is the combination of same elements or different elements. For different elements, example is H2O water, NH3 ammonia and etc. So, atoms of the same element or different elements combine to form a molecule is called molecules. Okay. Then ions. What is meant by ions? Atoms or groups of atoms having a charge. It may be positive or negative are called ions. For example, sodium chloride. This is a molecule. See, it's separated into Na plus Cl minus. This is positive charge and it carries negative charge. So, this which element or atom carries positive charge or negative charge is called as ions. And next we are going to see about symbols. A symbol is an image, object that stands for some meaning, isn't it? For example, dove. You have seen, isn't it? So, a dove is a symbol of peace. Similarly, in mathematics, this plus symbol denotes addition. Minus symbol denotes subtraction, isn't it? In the same way, in chemistry, each element is denoted by a symbol. So, in this lesson, we are going to see about some types of symbols, symbol of elements. They are Greek symbols, alchemist symbol, Dalton symbol, pictorial symbol, and Berzelius symbol. First one, Greek symbols. What is meant by Greek symbol? To represent the four basic elements around us, such as earth, air, fire, and water. So, to represent these four basic elements, they used symbols in Greek. For example, look at this image. This is the Greek symbol, and this symbol for air, and this symbol for fire, and this symbol for earth, and this symbol for water. And between water and air there will be moist. Between air and fire there will be warm. Between fire and earth there will be dry. And between earth and water there will be cold. So in this way, like this, in Greek there is a symbols to represent the elements around us. The next one is alchemist symbol. The different materials that they used were represented by the above mentioned symbols, while they tried to change less valuable metal into gold. The process was called alchemy. So, the man who did this work were known as alchemist. The next one is Dalton symbol. In 1808, John Dalton, English scientist, tried to name the various elements based on these pictorial symbols. These symbols are difficult to draw and hence they are not used, because for one or two elements we can draw this symbol like this, but in periodic table for all the elements it's not easy to draw the symbols like this. So this symbol is also left back. See here some of the pictorial symbols I kept you for you. This is pictorial symbol for nickel, and this is pictorial symbol for arsenic element, and this is pictorial symbol for antimony, and this is a pictorial symbol for water. Next, Berzelius symbol. In 1813, John Jacob Berzelius devised a system using letters of alphabet rather than signs and symbols. In the above, we have seen about Greek symbols, alchemist symbol, and Dalton symbol, isn't it? So Dalton symbol, it is very difficult to draw a picture or image for all the elements. So Berzelius finally found that it is better to mention the element by using their letters of alphabet rather than signs, drawing any other images, pictures, or whatever may be. For this, Berzelius system follows under the heading System for Determining Symbols of the Elements. So under this topic, he followed 5 types of methods to name the elements by using the letters of alphabets. In next video, we will see what are all the 5 points to name the elements by using their letters of alphabet.